Hey everyone, it's Mary, and I didn't want to let June 1st pass by without me giving you a heads up about what might happen in June. Now, astrologically and mixed up with the archangels, because as you know, I use them both. I understand astrology when it comes in connection with the archangels. Go figure. Okay, so this month, the month of June, the retrogrades begin to slow down, which is a good thing. Okay. However, some of you, because it doesn't happen to everybody, but for some of you, it's going to feel like you're in a fog as you're starting June. Like today, everything is foggy. And it started last night, because everything eases in and it's just foggy. And you remember May through January, and although it feels like it came by really, really fast, it's still foggy. All right. But as you feel this fog, you're going to start coming out of it, like snapping out of it. And then all of a sudden, you're going to start feeling that you are entering like through doors that there's just clarity. And everything's got a vibrance. Everything's got sparkles and stars and these beautiful things, right? So I'm going to move my keyboard. So this is going to start now in June. This is for most of you. Now, around June 5, June 6, June 7, even though it's going to happen in June 6, Mercury and Neptune are really going to square off. Starts on the 5th, defines on the 6th, and then starts dissipating or moving on the 7th. This is where you're going to have a desire to get yourself doing things that your left brain might be soliciting in your lifetime. Let it do it. Become imaginative. Use your imagination and do it, because you know what? It's fun, and you need a little fun. You're stepping out of this fog, January through May, and then all of a sudden in June, things begin to brighten up. It's like all these days that we've had, I think we've had rain for 2 weeks now. And today, June 1st, the whole day was sunny, and it was a soft sunny. So this really, really speaks to me when I started looking at the positions of these planets. And that's what I do. I look at the actual position of the planets, not so much the chart, and then I get the information. But anyway, so on the 13th, 12th, 13th, 14th, the new moon, I want to say Gemini. It might be Gemini. I'm not sure. I don't remember right now, but there's going to be a new moon. And this is where you are going to need to be the instigator and begin new communications related to the things you want to do. You need to voice it. You need to speak it. You need to tell people, this is what I want to do. But it has to come from you. You have to be the one that instigates it, that initiates this communication. Now, again, this is general because I'm looking at all. I look at the progression and the movement of the planets. I don't do the chart. It gives me a headache. So what I'm looking here in the positions of the moon, yes, it is going to be for Gemini. So the new moon, and if I move it's on or about June 13, because everybody's got a different time zone. So around, that's why I say, around the 13th. But you're also going to have a really good hand on negotiations, on contracts, because when that happens with the new moon and it's on Gemini or in Gemini, we're looking at negotiating new terms on old contracts, new contracts, agreements. You're going to find yourself making some pretty important decisions. And you're going to make the right choices because you're going to be at a point where you're already clear from May going down to January. So you're a level-headed, you're more clear on what it is that you need to do. So anything you want to start, this is the moment to do it on or around the 13th of June. This is where you want to start new projects, new things. So don't stop. It doesn't mean you stop thinking about it. No, think about it, but then act upon it around June 13th. Now, for me, Venus is going to move into Leo. So anybody that's in Leo on June 13 at the same time. But she's going to stay there until July, the second week of July, about the 9th, if I'm looking correctly. And then move around the moon and the sun and July 9th. Okay, so of course, romance and joy are all about Venus, and it's going to be in Leo. So anybody with that Leo sign, you're going to have a lot of fun with your sweethearts. Whether your sweethearts, they could also be your kids. Doesn't have to be romance. It could also be with yourself. Okay, so you can have, as a matter of fact, those of you that don't have a sweetheart, this is the perfect time to nurture yourself, to give back to yourself, to give yourself that which you've been needing for a while. Now that you're coming out of this foggy month, this is definitely the time where if you don't have a partner, it's good to actually take this moment and give happiness to yourself. Because if you can't do it for yourself, you can't do it for anybody else. That's the way it is. Okay. It could also mean that you could be possibly meeting new people. But you can't meet new people if you're sitting at home. Yeah, you're going to need to go out and meet people. Okay? So that's the way it is. All right. Now, after the 15th, you're going to start feeling 15, 16. You're going to start feeling 15 or 16. About the 16th. About the 16th, 17th. Okay. You're going to feel that life is dragging. Okay. And what you really procrastinated in doing in the beginning of the month, when the clarity set in, when the new moon came on, when you were supposed to do it at, and you didn't, and you waited until after the 15th, 16th, and even 17th, it's gonna stop. It's gonna just walk like a tortoise on Benadryl. And the reason is because Mars is going to go retrograde, and Mars is the planet of action. It is the planet of motivation. So if you didn't, when it goes retrograde, everything goes backwards, right? Now, of course, you can make this better. Astrology is used or was used in olden times to win wars, because we knew what to do to move around it, right? So I'm telling you that in the beginning of the month, guys, get your butt in gear and get all your endeavors taken care of, because afterwards, after the around the middle of the month, things are going to slow down, because Mars is going to go into retrograde. And that's not good, because it's going to last until, well, from June 26th to August 27th. So, technology is the one that's going to get hit the worst. I just got bit by a mosquito. That's just going to slow down. And because it's going to slow down, it's going to bring into play arguments, and you're not going to have tolerance for people that you would normally have. So I'm telling you now to work around this astrological month of June. So you have to get yourself ready and do everything you wanted to have done in the beginning of the month, because come the middle of the month, things begin to slow down. Yeah, you get a little romance out of it. But then, when Mars goes retrograde, that's it. I mean, and I believe that one of the reasons why you're going to have not so much fun, and you're going to participate in stupid arguments, because we all do. Everybody gets into that. And then feelings that you're actually going to want to bring into your body, and you don't need to, because these are just, this is part of what's happening, right? I suggest that at this point, you understand that if you see someone that just rubs you the wrong way, walk away. If you read a post that rubs you the wrong way, don't answer it, because it's just going to get you, and you don't want to. This is what astrology, this is what I'm trying to teach you. I don't do birth charts, and my sister does that. But this is what astrology, the general astrology, is for. To tell you, duck here, hide there, show up here, and sing hooray on this date. Okay, so this is why I'm telling you this. So it's very good at this point to re-strategize how you're going to handle June. Right now, you start today, write it down, the beginning of the June. I have to make sure that everything that I want to do, I do them before the 15th, 16th, or the 17th, because everything's going to slow down. Give me a little fun and romance, okay? And then it's just going to halt. So that's going to give me time for me, not time to get into arguments, not time to get myself in a bad mood, because that's not what you want. So you're learning what this is all about. Now, there's a full moon on June 28th. Let me go around and move my right here. That's June 28th. June 28th, there's going to be a full moon. Well, this is good because if you played your cards right and you stayed out of the drama and the gossip and the angriness and all of that Mars retrograde brought in, people are going to look at you when that goes there. Yeah, people are going to look at you and they're going to say, geez, she does a really good job. I'm talking about work. She's doing a really good job. You know, she's really improved. He's really in his game. And people are going to start noticing, okay? And you're going to be noted. People are going to know, oh, you know, did you hear so-and-so? Yeah, I heard. She's getting better. He's really awesome. People are going to start noticing you. But not only at work, people are going to start noticing you everywhere. And that's the good thing. But what June brings, and this is for everyone, this is not just for a select few. And this is not only spiritually, but emotionally, physically, socially, mentally. You will have learned a very important lesson. The only way to get ahead, and you're going to realize it this year, is to play by the rules. I don't want you to mistake it for people's rules. I'm talking about the rules. The rules. When you follow the rules, the laws of attraction, your heart, your intuition, anything that you're learning in the spiritual universe, and you stick to those, good things begin to happen, because then you are sharing at a frequency level that there can only be good. So take this information from June that I'm giving you. I know it's very vague, but I wanted to catch as many signs as possible, even though to me, all signs are connected, because they are in one way or another, or else you wouldn't have Mars in Gemini and, you know, Leo have or the retrograde in Aquarius, and they're all happening in the same month. So we're all connected, right? Even astrologically, we are. So that being said, notice that the information I give you is just very, very general. But, and then the way I do it is different. I just look at where the planets move to. I'll share the program with you all, so you can see, and then let's try to do a little bit of astrology that way and see what you guys get. This month Archangel Uriel is very present, and it has to do with that creative side that we're looking in the beginning of the month, or in the middle of the month. So not the middle, the beginning of the month. So it's all connected. That's how I read it. It's different, I guess. Okay, so I just wanted to share this with you guys for the month of June. I wanted you guys to be prepared. Now you have the roadmap. Weave your way around, and then let me know. Let us all know in the group how how it went and how you were able to dodge certain things and come out winning. Because just because we're going into Mars retrograde doesn't mean that you have to sit down and take it. No, not at all. Okay, so I hope you guys got this information and it is valuable to you and you're able to use it in the right way, and that you keep me posted. Let me know how it's going. Okay? All right. I'll see you later. Bye.